Hi, Rose, Naval Academy graduate from 2006, former infantry Marine living in Dallas, Texas. I have a background in industrial operations at various levels, culminating in my most recent position as a vice president of about 4,000 employees spread across the Southeast, working in refineries and chemical plants and other industrial locations. One of the challenges I was having was translating my operational experience to anything other than direct operational, general management and executive experience. How do I translate that background and make it more focused to what I wanted to transition into? Networking, never one of my strong points. Admittedly, I never saw it as a huge necessity in the past, so shame on me. But reaching out to people, limited responses, maybe I'd get a connection, maybe I'd get a meeting, but how to focus what I'm trying to say, what I want, to learn or to gain from that connection, and actually make it meaningful instead of just having a connection and growing a network. So how do I have a more meaningful network that I can lean on? I had a good resume, right? I had a good profile between the service academy networks, close friends from the Marine Corps, people across the South. I felt that I had a strong network. So one of the doubts I had was like, well, can I just find a better profile? Can somebody just fix a profile? Can they just, maybe tweak my message, right? And I was like, what needs to happen? I was like, what more could I be doing? Obviously not realizing that there's a tremendous more that I could have been doing and should have been doing, and perhaps in a different way. When I started working with Tom at CareerNerds, one of the immediate things he helped me with was focus. I thought I was focused because I had a few different avenues, a few different things I wanted to improve and go after. After a few initial connections I had made on my own and some feedback I got, I realized that wasn't the case. And Tom helped me, narrow that focus in to what was most meaningful, what was the logical next step. How do I need to, and not really, I don't want to say rebrand myself, but actually brand myself from the start. How do I take that marketing brochure aspect that of me, and what does that look like? Not just past performance, but who am I, how am I projected, and how do other people receive me? Just through a simple connection, through a simple a phone call introduction, or walking up at a networking event when they don't know anything about me. Tom really helped me initially focus on what I wanted to do and exactly how I wanted to go about it, and then tweak that message. And the devil's in the details, and getting in and kind of rehearsing and kind of understanding, not just, hey, let's say something a certain way, or let's make something say a certain way, but how do you understand the message? That's going to allow you to understand it better, to believe it better, to get in front of somebody more confidently, and when you're doing that networking, and it's going to have a greater impact. So in the results I got working with Tom and CareerNerds, I feel like I have a great brand right now and on the networking, and I feel like I have a lot more focus, and I'm a lot more confident in reaching out, cold networking, cold calling, and increasing my own network. Probably on the ultimate side was I made a successful transition into a role that I didn't know that was possible without having a background in it, and that was a huge success. And I don't think that would have happened without Tom's help. And moving forward, because it's not just about making that transition. Moving forward, I'm being more successful now, just taking a different approach to how I project myself, whether it's in a networking meeting or on LinkedIn or whatever. How I use that platform. How I'm reaching out to folks, following up with, that cold network, right? Because it's easy to follow up with a buddy. It's easy to follow up with a buddy of a buddy, right? So how do you make it more impactful, reaching out to even the cold network? And that's probably going to have the biggest gain for me. I made the transition, and that was great. Now, how do I be successful at it? And I'm using all the tools that Tom has helped me with. It's going to be a game changer for me. It should go without saying that I definitely recommend CareerNerds. If you're looking at a transition, you're looking for what's next. Maybe you don't know what it is. Maybe you're not looking for a transition. You're looking to take your position to that next level where you're at. You want to grow that, and you want to start in my current role. right? If I was already in this current role, but I wasn't using everything that Tom had coached and taught me on, then I wouldn't be as effective, right? I'd highly recommend reaching out, seeing what Tom and his team is about, and giving it a shot.